Good morning. It's Monday, the 8th of September. Back out my travels again. This morning, I'm up in a beautiful Assynt, Coigach. Absolutely stunning area. So this morning, I'm going to tackle Benmore Coigach and the Fhidhleir. Meant to be two cracking mountains, so I'm really looking forward to this. They're Fionas, so I think Benmore Coigach is about 760 metres or something. Around about that, I'll put it up. I travelled up yesterday because from my house to that wee car park just up the road there where you park, it was saying it was like 5.5 hours driving time, so a wee bit longer journey. So I travelled up last night and I stayed in the Ardmair Point campsite where I've stayed before. It's a lovely base and it was 50 minutes driving time from there this morning to come round. So it was nice driving round. Lovely views of the kind of surrounding mountains just as the light was coming up. Really nice. So this should take me, I don't know, Walk Highlands has got it, it's 5 to 7 hours, but it'll probably take me about 7 hours because I'll probably spend a lot of time up there if the weather stays nice, just taking in the views and filming, etc. I left the car there at 7:45, so I've got plenty of time to do this. But these are the views I've got just now. Even just now, just stunning. That's Angelic away in the distance there in the background. Beautiful. I think the wind's forecast for about 25 mile an hour, but at the moment it's just a wee breeze, which is nice, but that could all change up in the summit and as the day goes on. So I'll just catch you further along. Yes, I think we're just following this through here. And I think we just follow the deer fence along. A wee bit high bracken at the moment. Yeah, I think I can see a wee bit of a path there. That's me reached the end of the deer fence. Well, not end of it obviously, but I think we just start branching up here. You can just see mine in the background there. This is me arriving at the wee crossing. That looks straightforward enough. Bit squelchy here, but the actual crossing looks fine. Yeah, the views from these two are meant to be absolutely superb, which I'm really looking forward to, especially from the second one, the Fhidhleir. Now that I've finished my Monroe journey, obviously I'll still be tackling some, revisiting some, but I want to tackle new hills, and Assynt is a top priority. So I'm going to try and get up to Assynt as much as possible when the weather's good. If the weather's dodgy, I'll just stick to local hills. But when the weather's good, I'll try and get up here more often. It's a long journey, so when I come up next, I'll try and come up for about 2 or 3 days and do the rest of them. I've done Stack Poly before, And the 3 corbets up at the Crang or whatever it's called. That's a cracking hike, I would do them again. And then obviously new ones like Solvin, Canisp, Colmore, Colbeg, all them. They'll all have splendid views. So that's my main objective now, is to get these ones done. Yeah, so I've been on the go for just under an hour now. I'm at 1200 feet and path's been pretty good so far. Back over to Achog Tabui and the Summer Isles, beautiful. So that one directly ahead, that's my second one, that's the Fhidhleir. And then when I come back, I'll come right down this way, right down that kind of shoulder, and I'll drop right down there, and then just back to the car. You can actually still see the car parked down there. So that one's still clear. We're heading up here obviously, and then you can sort of see just a wee bit of Benmore, Coigach over there. Feeling good at the moment. So I'll just push on, and I'll just catch you further up. Yeah, so it's time to get a wee bit of hands on. Just straight up this, and we'll see what the views are like once we get up there a bit. Yeah, the rock's nice and grippy. That was a nice wee bit. And we're just going up this way now. Clouds are moving quick up there. So it'll be a pretty breeze up the top. Hopefully I can still get my drone up. But as long as it's clear, that's the main thing. The camera will catch the views well enough. Anyway, let's find a way up here. Just need to watch. I went and stood in a loose rock back there. And it was quite close to the edge. Anyway, let's see what I can do here. Make sure that one's loose as well. So I picked that one was loose. Yeah. Is this one safe? Nope, that's loose as well. Quite a few of them. Oops, quite a few of them loose here. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, it's me hitting the sunshine now, which is nice. I had to put this extra layer on. It's getting very breezy now. Very. But the views, oh, the views have started to open up. Down there. You can see Ardmair Point down there. That's Isle Martin. And going into Loch Broom and Chillicothe, but you can see, oh, very, very windy here. Yeah. Anyway, there is up here to go, which looks nice. Oh, starting to see a wee bit of stack poly through there. That'll be great from the Fhidhleir, which is that point up there. Yeah. So conditions are looking good. Just a bit windy. So we'll just push on. And we'll see further on. Brilliant. Stunning views there. Oh, it's warm working up there. Scrambling. You can make it as easy or as hard as you want. There's wee paths coming and going. I think there's a path that actually bypasses it. Picking up the ridge is the fun part. Just taking your time on it. As I said, there's no real hardships. That's where I've come up from so far. Right down up there. And the views just keep getting better and better. Over to the summer isles there. That big ferry's getting closer. Just stunning. Anyway, you can see how fast the clouds are moving up there. So, not too long until we're on top of the ridge. And a wee bit of shelter just now. But I know any second I'm going to be exposed to it again. That's lovely. Whoa, can't wait to go up there. Yeah, I'm glad I chose these ones today. Stunning conditions. As I say, I hope it's not too windy that I can't get the drone up, because it'd be great to get the drone up here. But we'll see. Bet you dropped down here. Yeah. Anyway. Let's go up here. Yeah. Looks beautiful ahead. Oh, as I shall show you in a minute. I'll show you what I'm looking at. How's about that to whet your appetite? Stunning. What a hike so far. Beautiful. The view's back. Christ, I can still see the car down there. I'm only one of the car parts, so nobody else coming up behind me at the moment. Coigach, what a place. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Yeah, I've always loved Assynt. Used to come up quite a lot on the motorbike. So I know the kind of area well road-wise. But to get in amongst these hills, something else. It's beautiful. I had a good wee night last night at the campsite. I met Stuart, a guy me and Murchie met when we were doing the Fisher Fields. Me and Murchie were staying in the Gairloch Hotel, and Stuart and his climbing partner, Laura, they were there as well. So we got chatting to them, had a good few drinks, maybe 1 or 10 too many. But anyway, I was just setting up my tent, and Stuart was just pitched across from me. So he come over. Aye, so he come over. We had another good chat, good wee night. So it was nice meeting Stuart again. So that's me reached the wee kind of cairn of this first top. Whoa! Of this first top. So I think that's maybe some over there, I'm not sure. Anyway, it's either there or right there. And then I think it must be that one over there. I'm not sure. And then obviously head down there for a Fhidhleir. You can see Sylvan just behind Stack Poly there. Beautiful. This is just fantastic. So I'm going to try the drone here, just see if it will handle it, because it's not too bad. So I'll check this out. Yeah, it was superb coming along that ridge there. Just stunning. Nice and grippy. There's just one bit I had to make a wee bit of U-turn and go back and find a better way. It was too much of a drop. Magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. And I got the drone up there. I didn't have the strong wind warning or anything, so that's good. So hopefully that's the theme for the day. Brilliant. You can see my campsite here again. So again, that's Isle Martin. That kind of greeny bit down there is Ardmair Point, where my tent is. I'll pick that up on the way home because I've got to drive back that way. Again, other ones over there. Right down Loch Broom, sweeping round. That so far is 2 hours 40. So I'm not bothered. As I say, I've been just taking my time, doing a bit of filming, etc. I want to enjoy this experience. And the weather looks as though it's going to hold for the duration, which is good. Yes, that's the views looking back. Stunning looking back as well. So I'm just heading up here to the summit of Benmore, Coigach. The views from this will be astounding as well. You can already see over there what it's like. Whoa! Yeah, summit of Mor Coigach. Beauty. I was just, I was 3 hours 10 minutes to get here. But as I say, I just took my time and enjoyed it. But the views from this summit are stunning. I'll give you a wee 360 and then I'll put the drone up. Yeah, I've had a wee break here now, flying the drone, and I think there's a bit of weather coming in. You can see it coming in behind me. So I want to try and go up to the Fhidhleir here before it comes right in. So I'm just going to push on now. Yeah, the old Fhidhleir looks mighty impressive from here. That cliff right from the summit is impressive, alright. Yeah, so that's me just about the lowest point now between the two. So I'll be ascending shortly, and you can see there's a bit of weather coming in. That's it, just start to come over, so I don't know. We'll see if it's just a passing shower or whether it's here to stay. Yeah, that's more the kind of path now. That's her up there. Again, impressive views down here. That wee loch. Wind is gusting again. We're getting spittles of rain. That's the ridge I came over earlier. Something up there. Oh. Yeah. Let's push on up. Yes, I've got the summit in sight now. The cairn. In a minute or so I'll be there. Very windy up here. So hopefully it dies away again like it did on the last one. We'll see. Summit of the Fhidhleir. Nice one. Whoa. If I get too close, I know that's vertical. Lovely wee locking down there. There's the road I come in this morning. You can actually see Stack Poly car park's busy. Right along the loch. And that way. Through Arkle to Bay. This is great, so I'm going to have a nice wee break here. Hopefully the wind dies a bit and I can get the drone up. Yeah, they're on show up here. So there's Stack Poly. Sylvan behind it. Canis, Mor and Coigach. Just stunning. What a viewpoint. One of the best I've been to. As I say, it's pretty windy up here, so I'm just going to head down, so I'll just catch you further down. Oh, it's better already. So as I say, I'll have a wee 5-10 minutes here. A wee Red Bull. which is nice and cool. Brilliant. So I'm going to have this and then I'll push on. Yeah, so that's my first sight of the car again. Just doing a wee car park. Quite a few cars in it now. I have saw a few folk. Talking to a guy back there and I saw another four coming up behind me. And then there was another guy and his partner coming up, so at one point I thought I was going to get the whole walk to myself. But as I say, that's a rare thing these days. So I'm hoping to be back at the car for about 2 o'clock. And that should get me home for about maybe 8 o'clock tonight. But I'm not going back down the Glen Colby, that took forever yesterday. We'll just head for Inverness and then down the A9. It's the quickest way. Yeah, that's me back at the car park now. A few cars in it now. Yeah, so that's me back. So that was just 6 hours and 4 minutes and 12.6k. So it was really nice, absolutely fantastic. The hike up was steep obviously and a wee bit pathless at times, but it was okay. And going along the ridge, which is up there behind me, was absolutely fantastic. A bit breezy, but really nice, and the views were incredible. The views from the first one, Mor Coigach, were superb as well. So I got a drone up there, which was good, and flew that a wee bit. In between the two, it was like 45, 50 minutes, pretty pathless going down, and then you caught the path going up to the second one. But the views from the Fhidhleir were outstanding as well. As I say, one of the best viewpoints in Scotland. I think only Sgurr and Sgurr beats that, you know. The descent from that was absolutely brilliant. Usually you're kind of dreading the descent, you know, wet, boggy, you're tired, sore on the knees, etc. But that was actually really nice. As I say, dry all the way down, nice path, great views. Just a joy to come down. So I'm just going to pack up and go on the road because it's probably going to be about 6 hours drive home because I need to stop off at the campsite and pick up my tent. And then obviously I'll just head home from there. So I'll wrap up here. So if you watched this far, thanks very much, and I'll catch you in the next adventure. Adios.